For our subscribers and members who don't follow us on Instagram or maybe don't see our text-based YouTube posts, we wanted to make you aware that unfortunately our dog Frank has passed away. It happened a week ago. The last two videos that you guys saw, Thursday and Monday, we had filmed those about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago, and we edited them in anticipation of us going away this past weekend. Frank passed before that, and that's why we've been able to release content for you guys. We haven't filmed in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. This is a very hard video for us to make, but filming is therapeutic for us. It allows us to express ourselves. We wanted to take our grief and be able to place it in something that is constructive. And we also wanted to use our platform to celebrate Frank's life, because there's no way we were going to be able to make a video on a theme park or some fun event and we would just spiritually not, or mentally, emotionally would not be in it. We had to do something for Frank, and this video is that. I didn't eat for 3 days after he passed. I had lost 10 pounds, and now I'm on the other end, comfort eating. I wasn't able to, we weren't able to pick the camera up or do anything, so we have taken time off, just so you guys know. This video is our tribute to Frank. It's going to be a lot different than anything you've seen on our channel before. It's not going to be, really theme park based, although Frank was part of our life and theme parks are part of our life. So Frank was a theme park dog. But we're going to provide you guys some information in regards to his life, in regards to how he affected us. We're going to tell Frank's story, and we're going to, do some of Frank's favorite things, which I think will be therapeutic for us.
I don't know how you're getting words out. Like it's very hard.
Yeah. I've been thinking about what I was going to say all day. I am a little wordy at times. But just so you guys know, Frank, when he was about 2 or 3 years old, Sam had rescued him from the North Shore Animal League, right, Sam?
So I adopted Frank in 2013 from the North Shore Animal League, which is in Long Island, New York. Frank actually came from a puppy mill, and he was rescued on Halloween from North Shore. And his name was, at the time, was Frank and Weenie, in honor of Halloween, which I think is fitting because it's also, that's the Disney movie, Frank and Weenie, and for Disney, he ended up being a Disney dog. We're actually going to put a link in the description of this video to North Shore Animal League if you want to donate to them. They're a really amazing place. And we're also going to be donating half of our revenue from YouTube this month.
For the month of September, yeah. So anything we make off of AdSense, anything our members contribute, half of it, 50%, is going to be given to the North Shore Animal League. We don't make a profit on this channel, which is why we're providing half. But we wanted to be able to do, again, take our grief and do something constructive with it. I wanted to bring up that Frank was always a part of this channel. If you see our logo, which we will put in the screen right now, he was the mascot for the channel. He was in both of our logos. We'll show the earlier logo here. And when we bought this house, if you guys saw a few months ago, or a few weeks, actually a month ago. Yeah. We bought it because we thought it'd be great for Frank. We had a backyard, and the dog park is only within walking distance of our backyard. It's about a 2-minute walk.
Yeah, the view from our bedroom, like when we lay in bed at night, is the dog park to our community that we live in.
And we only got to spend like 5 weeks in the house with Frank.
But it was the best, most perfect 5 weeks. Like we didn't think that our life could get better in that time.
About 2 weeks ago, I was sitting on the couch and I had Frank in between us. I had Sam next to me, and I said, "This is the happiest I ever was in my life." And if it wasn't for Sam, I would never have gotten a dog. I would never have Frank, because when I was a kid, I didn't grow up with dogs. And I, met Frank when he was about 5 years old, 6 years old. Sam had adopted him when he was about 2 or 3.
He was about 4,
Four?
Actually, when you met him.
Yeah.
Because I had Frank for about a year and a half when I started dating Jason. And because Frank was from a puppy mill, they actually like kind of warned me and said that Frank might not be like super loving or whatever, and
Sweet and cuddly.
yeah, and like be like a typical dog. Like
He was a little sassy when I first
he
met
was,
him.
and I actually forgot about that because he has been so loving, like since Jay has come into the picture, that when I was looking back on these old videos of him, like I forgot that he was like extremely territorial. Like you couldn't go near him, like
Yeah, he was
because he was
shareable
very
at the
protective of his things. Because I guess he thought you're gonna take them, but Frank loved Jason like the moment that he met him. Frank would like excitement pee every time he would see Jason, and this lasted for over a year until Jason moved in with me. Frank stopped with the happy pee.
He really had like a kind and sweet soul, and I mean, even when we moved to Florida, there was someone who was like crying outside our apartment. We didn't want to bother them. They looked like something very bad happened, but Frank was running to them because he wanted to help them. We had friends stay over who had lost a dog. Frank wanted to stay in the room with them all night because he could tell that they were sad. He really had a personality, and he really was truly very loving. And I had always seen, when I was a kid, because I never had a dog, I had always seen taking care of a dog as like a chore. I just want to say, like, walking him, feeding him, that was a privilege. I looked forward to every one of those walks. I looked forward to feeding him in the morning and taking care of him at night, because he gave me so much in return. He made my life so much better. I could never have been as happy as I was without Frank in my life. And one of the reasons I broke for 3 days, I couldn't eat for 3 days, is because I wondered if I could, and I love Sam, and we were very happy, but it made me feel like, both of you were the equation in that happiness. And I wondered if I could ever be that happy again. And I never knew that an animal could have such an effect on my life. Like, it really, he changed who I was, and I was so lucky to have him. Frank was with us when both of our parents died. Sam's mother and father, my mother, my grandfather who helped raise me. And he had comforted us through both those times. And it's so hard now experiencing the loss of him without having that comfort. It really is such a stark contrast to that.
Yeah, and he just, he made me more in love with Jay, and I think vice versa. He made our relationship stronger. Like, we have, like, everyone keeps saying, like, Frank was so lucky to have you, and I understand that sentiment, and I agree with it. But we were the lucky ones to have him. Like, I don't know how he would have gone through all the things we've gotten through without him.
It was really like after we experienced all that loss is one of the reasons, like, we decided to move to Florida. And just to give you guys some context, like, right after we got married, 2 weeks after that COVID happened, and Frank, originally, I mean, he lived with Sam, myself, and her mother. And Sam's mother passed 2 weeks before our wedding. So when we got back from our wedding, it really was the beginning of our marriage. And our marriage was foundationally Sam, Jay, and Frank. Like, it was never just Sam and Jay. It was always Sam, Jay, and Frank. And it's just the silence in our house is painful for us to hear, because there's always been the little pitter patter of his paws on the floor, or you can hear his nails click, or him barking for his breakfast, or him licking
noise, or the chewing on a toy.
It's nice we could smile about it now, because
it's been rough.
Yeah.
But moving to Florida, though, like, I'm so grateful that we did that, because Frank loved it here, and having him in Florida meant that we could take him to Disney, and we could take him to Universal, not the parks, the resorts. And I'm so thankful that we even had the channel and that we documented those things, because we would have never had those memories,
He was a Universal dog, but he did like Fort Wilderness.
I'm not gonna lie, he loves the Universal hotels.
They treat him well.
I honestly want to go to Sapphire Falls and, like, just thank them again for, like, giving us that experience, because from the moment that, like, he, like, trotted through, like, that resort, like, they treated him like he was a star. And they gave him treats, and they let him roam around, and he met characters, and
he had fans. He was a character. People come up to him.
It was funny because there was one point where, like, he was meeting a character, but there were, like, kids that were, like, waiting to, like, say hello to Frank too. Like, he was a character.
On my birthday, I actually got to go to Fort Wilderness with Frank, and he loved the golf cart there. I'm actually, one of the reasons I'm wearing the Fort Wilderness shirt right now is because that's one of my favorite memories ever. And He had slept in the bed with us at Fort Wilderness. I'm not sure if that's allowed. Don't tell Disney. But he had watched the Mickey shorts with us, and for comfort, I actually watched the Mickey shorts with him at Fort Wilderness. And like we said, a big reason we bought this house when we decided we wanted to, get a house was, for Frank. We wanted him to have a home, his last home. We called this Frank's retirement when we went to Florida. And we didn't expect to only have 5 weeks in it. One of the reasons it told us on the home we're in right now is the positioning of the dog park to where we are. And it's been hard. It's been hard to even open the blinds at night. But I want to give a special thank you to everyone who's commented on our Instagram, who commented on the YouTube posts. Facebook. Because honestly, when we were breaking down, and I was very bad last week. Sam will tell you I was broken.
That's the worst I've ever seen Jason. Yeah. Jason has never experienced pet loss. So I this is my third time. Not that made it any easier, but I kind of knew that when this happened, how it would be.
I just broke. I broke, and we've been broken the past week. But for anyone who commented, if we didn't respond, we're sorry. It's been a hard time. We just want to know that we appreciate you, and they really did provide me comfort reading them and understanding, the other people out there, and that they felt the loss of Frank, but also sharing your stories of the appreciation that you've had for your pets brought me some solace and a bit of happiness in a very hard time. We want to show you guys some of the spaces that we have in here that we dedicated to Frank in our house. And then because this is a video dedicated to Frank, Frank was a theme park foodie, just like us. He was a foodie.
And he has had so much theme park food.
Well, the stuff the dogs can have. He's a lot of steak.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him any
He's not
chocolate
having
or coffee.
Yeah, no. Yeah. He's having La Cellier. He's having California Grill.
Yeah. He's had Wagyu
fish.
from California. Yeah, from California Grill.
He's had all the top steaks.
But Frank, on our second night in Florida, we ate outside at Culver's, and Frank sat next to us, and we gave him a butter burger with no bun or anything. So we're going to go to Culver's in this video, and we're going to have that in his honor. There's also a local ice cream place called Twisty Treat, and they have pup cups, which are just little ice cream cups. So we're going to have a pup cup in his honor and some ice cream to reminisce and to celebrate Frank's life. And we're going to show you guys some of the spaces in our house that we've dedicated to Frank, and some of the things that we've had in giveaways and stuff. The reason why we chose them was because of Frank. So for our member giveaway, we gave away this little Boo pillow, and one of the reasons we gave it away is because that was actually not that one, but this was actually Frank's favorite pillow in the house. He would lay his head on it as we were editing and as Sam was working. This was Frank's couch, really. This was his couch.
He didn't even want to go. We'll show you. We had bought this really nice chair that matched our couch, and I was like, "Oh, this is a king chair. I can't wait to see Frank on it." He never went on this chair.
Yeah, he was loyal.
He was loyal to our old couch and little Boo.
Near the kitchen, we have this space, which is our backyard, and you guys can see that fence over there. That's the dog park. Literally, we would just walk with Frank over there. And probably a week, 2 weeks before Frank passed, we just decorated his little food bowl area, which is right to the right. We bought this little dog skeleton, which was hard for us to see coming home. And you could see his bowl, which we cleaned. He was a Disney dog. And when you first walk into the house, right here is where we would keep his leash and his collar, and it was very hard for me when I walked in to see that. I didn't know I wasn't going to use that again because I really looked forward to our walks. But underneath that, our friend John actually drew this picture of Frank, and we're very appreciative to have now.
When he was little, this is his cowboy hat that he wore at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, I'm plugging that picture here.
His harness.
And then we put his treats right here because he loved his treats.
And then this is actually my mom.
Yeah.
So that was his best friend.
When she was alive, that was Frank's partner in crime. So they're gonna be together. You can even see when we first walk in, we've had this here. We've had this for a while because that was our family. It was Sam, Jay, and Frank. My sister got us this candle, which was very emotional when I got it. I'll go upstairs, show you guys the bedroom. If you'll remember our video where we bought our first house, this is where we threw Frank his treats before we went out. And that was his cage. We never really locked it. We just tried to like he liked being burrowed.
Yeah, he actually liked going in there and just laying in there.
He would always destroy toys. So we used to call this his Willie toy because he got this from his dog friend Willie, and it's an indestructible toy. And he loved this toy. He would always, whenever he wanted to play, he would come and bring this to you.
And he loved blankets, so we have a collection of all of his blankets.
Yeah, he loved big blankets. Speaking of blankets, this is where I sleep. We had a blanket with Frank's face on it, but also every night in the middle of the night, Frank would come out and he would take this Taylor Swift blanket that I had bought Sam, and he would sleep right next to my banister or my nightstand. And he would wrap this around here, and then he would take my socks. So I always took my socks off next to the bed, and he would sleep in with my socks. And let me tell you, when I saw the blanket, like I broke down when we came home. Just so you guys can see, this is the view from our bed. It's a dog park that we dreamed of taking Frank to for years, but we don't have the chance to, unfortunately. But we're happy for all the dog owners that are out there. So you guys know, this is the towel, because we had to rush to the vet when Frank got sick. And we didn't have time to bring his stuff, so we wrapped him in this towel, and that's what he passed in. That's why it's in our bed, and Sam has been sleeping with it for comfort. I'll just show you guys the gym we built. So we had built this gym because we didn't want to get a gym membership. And Frank would come in here with me every morning. When I would stretch, he would lay inside of me like he would stretch with me. And then whenever I would do lap pull downs or squats, he would come and he'd lick my leg for moral support. And I haven't been able to work out since. I haven't worked out in like over a week at this point. We actually have this tribute to Tara. This is the tribute store from last year. We always, when we would do the tribute store stuff, we put Frank in them. Frank's actually in the one right now that's in the tribute store. It's the cassette tape. So I'm looking forward to getting that back. And we have Frank Earl the squirrel picture too. So I'm going to really miss doing the tribute stores and being able to highlight him. He looks unbothered in this picture. He looks pretty funny. Because he is not worried about these ghosts that are getting us.
They don't have food, so he doesn't care.
All right, let's eat Frank's favorite fast food. All right, so our second night in Florida, we went to Culver's. Not this Culver's, but Culver's in 192. And we ate on the outdoor patio. And Frank was actually good that night. We took him to Portillo's recently. We weren't able to keep him there, but he was good. And I got the burger, I call it the Frank way. So they have a butter burger here. They call it the butter burger, is they butter the buns, right, Sam?
They butter the crown of the bun. Wisconsin butter is from a creamery in Wisconsin. The cheese is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, we did get the Wisconsin cheese curds. They have smash burgers here, and this is my favorite hamburger, actually. Fast food hamburger, I should say.
They're fresh. They also have a way that they sear their burgers that locks in the flavor, the pressing and searing. So
yeah, they have,
tastes good.
A lot of like the fat is like crispy on top. I'm gonna eat it the Frank way. So I usually wouldn't give them all this. I'd break it in half. So I think I'll have half, and Sam will have half. We also got our favorite thing too, so we're not just eating the way that our dog ate. But I never actually had it like this. I want to know what Frank was eating. I can see why he scarfed them down. I didn't usually give him the bread, but I would like a little bread with it. I'm gonna give everything a 10 here, just so you guys know. It's hard for me to break down flavor profiles and stuff, but if you're near a Culver's, we recommend them, and Frank recommends them too. All right, so this is the Culver's Deluxe. This is my usual order, or Culver's Double Deluxe. So it's 2 smash patties. You can get it with, it usually comes with onions. I get it without onions, mayonnaise. They don't put ketchup on them, strangely enough, so I usually get a little ketchup on the side just to do a little dip in. These are really good. I highly recommend these. These are my favorite things to eat with Frank. And every time I'm going to go to Culver's now, I'm going to think about them. The smash burger is crispy. The bread's soft. The only thing missing is our dog. I consider these the ultimate comfort food, these burgers, and these are their cheese curds. A lot of milk here, not the best thing for me. Frank never had the cheese curds, obviously. You have to pay for the marinara, though. I will say, as much as I'm going to rave about Culver's today, this should come with it. These are very good. They're always fresh fried. Good cheese pull. Yeah, I love they're crispy on the outside, very soft, a lot of flavor. Those are a 10 as well. Now, if you guys ever go to Culver's, you have to get a burger the Frank way. Now Sam's gonna try out.
If you want to get toppings on your burger, we understand. And I do want to say, if you watched Food and Wine when I mentioned how Portillo's didn't recognize Frank's entry into their contest, but Culver's actually, I had tweeted a picture of Frank with the Culver's burger once, and they actually sent us like a whole box of swag and a bunch of coupons and
for Frank, because
before Frank. So Culver's was a Frank fan. So
Frank was a Culver's fan.
Yeah, it went both ways.
That's why I wanted to come here. They were very nice to Frank. They liked his picture. They commented on it.
This video feels really weird for me to make because I feel like I was just like talking about like going home to Frank or like leaving somewhere early or bringing him leftovers. So it feels really weird to talk about him. Then he's not here anymore. Like it is hard.
You don't have to eat if you don't want to, honey.
For Frank, but I just want you to know how I was feeling. I feel like for a smash style burger, it still holds the flavor well, and I do really like their lightly toasted buttered bun.
I'm gonna get it every way this time we come now. I just gotta get one for Frank.
We're never eating toppings again.
Oh, I'm gonna eat toppings. Then I'll eat that. I'll have one for Frank and one for me. All right, so this one's gonna be hopefully a less emotional burger.
So I get the single deluxe. The toppings are very fresh, and it just like adds to the flavor and the juiciness of the burger. I'm gonna give it a 10, just for my memory. I do think it's a really good burger too.
This is my favorite burger.
I'm not just saying it because of Frank, but like the memories of having it with him definitely adds. And I think food too. I've said it before. Like sometimes when you're in a good mood or like you're just having a good day, sometimes something tastes better because of your surroundings. And just thinking of Frank and having this, that's for me. It's always gonna just feel nostalgic.
These reviews are not honest. They are definitely skewed.
They're not that they're not honest, but they're very biased.
Yes. All right, so we just went to Twisty Treat, another place that we have amazing memories of Frank with. They have pup cups here. They come in these little cups, and they have 2 little milk bones on top. Funny story about this. Oh, the milk bone has actually melted into here. I was going to try to eat this. I'm going to try to not eat the milk bone. But Frank almost bit our hand off when we gave him this once. I think you got a video of him licking it, Sam, right? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I have to look, but we were in the car and he grabbed it so aggressively. I imagine us having this really cute moment of him eating this ice cream, and it just went bad. Ice cream went all over the back seat of the car. We saw a different side of Frank.
His eyes bugged, but he loved these, so I wanted to get him. I didn't give them to him too much because I don't feel like, I'm not sure if dogs can have ice cream, and also I'm going to try to eat around the milk bones because I'm not sure if they're good for human consumption. But
Frank did actually eat those were his favorite, those little mini milk bones.
It's classic vanilla soft served. It's very melty. Frank could be very upset that I'm not eating this very fast like he did because he could not lick. I like vanilla soft serve. I'm always going to think of Frank when I see this place now.
I think everyone wants to see you eat the bones. No.
I'm not. Frank, I can't do that for you. I can eat the human consumed things. Everything's getting a 10 today. I'm sure you guys have realized that by now. We'll show you what our usual orders are, but I wanted to pay tribute to him because he liked food just like how we like food, and I wanted to pay homage to that because he was like us, like we were a family that loved to eat together, and I miss him every day of my life. It's hot here in Florida, if you guys didn't realize.
I wonder if the Twisty Treat is like, why are those people eating a pop cup on the side? We get like banned from Twisty Treat.
Yeah, Twisted Treat has our pictures on the back wall. Just you know what this is? This is their small cup. I'm anti-cone. If you guys have watched our videos before, I don't mind a cone like upside down in a cup, but I can't eat with the cone. I always just get it with hot peanut butter sauce. That's me. That's my go-to. I do prefer chocolate ice cream, which is what Sam got, but vanilla is better for my stomach. It's really good. Nice soft vanilla flavor. It's a classic soft serve. Peanut butter sauce is nice and hot. You know, it's not like you're eating gelato in Italy, but it is. It's comfort food, and it's comforting. You know how we're feeling. All right, so this is Sam's order.
I wish that we were able to give him peanut butter sauce or something on his last meal. Unfortunately, it was kind of quickly when Frank passed. We did get to give him a Hershey Kiss. And what was the other thing? We gave him something else.
It was like it was like not a real cookie, but it was like a dog cookie that was in there too.
Room for us to give him, and he did eat them despite what he was going through. He is a true foodie.
I wanted to eat till the end.
Jay got me into. I usually like the crazy toppings in my things, but Jay got me into just getting the peanut butter sauce, and I just think it works. So it is melt. Oh my God!
Yeah, they're playing a very sad song. Jesus. Playing the song from Fast and the Furious when Paul Walker passed away. If you guys can hear it. Coming home and him not being here after we filmed was really hard for us.
I think the video itself was hard. Like as it went on, felt harder. I thought in the beginning that it would be hard and then get easier, but for some reason it was the other way around.
This is like us saying goodbye, I feel like, to him, and it's very hard for us to not be able to know like he's not in the channel anymore. You know, we're gonna pay homage to him, but there won't be any new Frank clips, and he was a part of this channel just as much as Sam or I. You know, I wanted to bring up at the end of each video, we say, don't count the days, but make the days count. And I want to be completely honest in saying that when we initially started saying that, we just needed something to say at the end of our channel because we figured all the YouTubers say it. And we saw a quote in our wall and we started saying it. And we used to joke about it because we used to count our days to Disney. But I understand the levity of that statement now more than ever, you know, because it's not about going to theme parks, or it's not about just like doing fun things or eating crazy foods. It's about the monotony of life and the mundaneness of it, but finding those moments that mean something, like coming home after a vlog and feeding Frank or going for his walk. These things are baked into my rituals every single day. They're just my habits, and they're my routine. And we wake up in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. because he used to have to go to the bathroom, and we both just cry because he's not there. Or Sam wakes up in the morning to feed him and he's not there. Frank and I would always take a walk at sunset. When I see this sunset now, I always think of Frank. These aren't just, you know, for anyone who says it's just a dog.
Not that we're saying that anybody has said that to us.
Yeah, no.
We're saying in general, like when people talk like that.
These are integral relationships that you need in your life, just like a romantic relationship between Sam and I, a relationship with a pet, a relationship with your family. They provide meaning and fulfillment in your life, and they deserve to be mourned just like any other loss. Frank was our family.
Frank is our family.
Yeah, Frank is our family, and we're going to miss him every single day. I'm not going to do the spiel where I ask for likes, comments, or subscriptions, but I'm going to let you guys know that at the description of this video is a link. If you have anything, you know, or not anything, but if you can give, you know, it's appreciated. I understand, you know, if you can't. And thank you to our members for reaching out to us. Again, if you're a member of this channel, half of what you contribute this month is going to be sent to that link that we have. And I'm going to miss Frank every single day for the rest of my life. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We love you, Frank. Ready to go, Frank?
You ready for Florida, Frank? You're at the door. First one ready. Yeah.
All right, we're going. We did it, Sam. How many hours? Multiple days. Frank's like on a leash behind us, smelling.
So excited.
Florida it's the sign. It's welcoming us. Well,
Frank is running away.
how many hours till we get to where we're going?
Like 3.
about 2.5. 2.5, 3. We'll probably grab a bite here instead of stopping somewhere. I think we'll just eat here and then just head straight to our new home.
Pooping.
Oh.
Right, your first Florida poop.
We have to go pick it up. I think I'll take a picture for that sign. What do you think of Florida, Frank? You enjoying it so far? Your new home, buddy. Is Frank gonna pee on Florida? He's not peeing on Florida. Good job.